run all over me, that's okay. Let's see. I'm curious to see. Let me see, how often these guys have played. So May is 10-5 versus Corgi since April. So this is a classic. Let me see Bibbit's records. Bibbit is 11-2 on Corgi and 5-0 on May. So that's a lot of sets. And so yeah, I would say yeah, these definitely the 2 and 3 right now in Lynchburg, just based on competing. Although Carl Hank has taken sets off of each of them, I would say probably overall I would give it to Josiah 2 and Corgi 3. So I gotta change the names real quick. Josiah being May. Sorry, I know top players in Lynchburg, so I use their first names, but it's no big deal, haha. But alright, so it's interesting because we've seen some Falcons here and there. Like, you know, we used to have a bunch. We used to have Pepto and Quasimodo, who made an appearance last week. We've had Tie Guy, Jeremy Crouch, Booklopedia played a lot of Falcons, excuse me, distracted. But and even Money Boys has made the switch to Falcons. So there have been several Falcons over the years. I'm sure I'm forgetting a few as well. But recently, it's been a lot of Marth, being me, and Josiah, and Fox from Corgi, Cheek from Calton, occasionally a Falco with Papa Bear, and some other species like Absol Knights, another Sheik with Pyro PM. But Falcon has not been a character that's super common. I guess it's Nick Clutch secondary, but a lot of times he's not. He just goes Falco and doesn't make it super far. So yeah, Falcon is a character that's at least in a local level, people may not have as much experience about, but hey, a lot of times they're going to be putting in work outside of it, so it may not always matter. But yeah, so May winning the set today. There we go. We got the hype 5th place tiebreak over there, and all right, we got a classic Edgehog. These guys both pretty good at recovering, but hey, if you get hit in the mouth with that Falcon back air, good luck recovering. But yeah. Okay, misses the timing. He's gotten 3 after boost, but hey, you did get some crouch cancels, so all he got was a little bit of a fiery percent each time. Ooh, he stomps probably want to either cover Mistech or Tech in place, and he covered it pretty well. And yeah, so this is a big thing of like tech chasing, and it's like either way, you definitely want to knock down your opponent a lot because they're heavy, and it's the knee edge guard from ledge. But yeah, they're both pretty heavy. You know, occasionally you're going to get some aerial combos here and there, but some big opportunities. Ooh, and we have him going the bird, which his bird has been okay against Bibbit. I don't know exactly. This is just a controversial matchup, I'd say. Definitely very glass cannon for both of them, like especially Falco, but Falcon somewhat as well. He can get gimped, but a lot of times he's gonna live a long time. Up air, Wizzy fan would be proud. And well, I guess it's the narrative on up air is very interesting because up air used to be lane and knee used to be height, but then it became like none didn't like kneeing, and Wizzy started kneeing a bunch to secure stocks. So like knee became lane and up air became cool. I don't really know. Either way, I'm sure either nuns or nuns persona will like that. But he gets the back air, you know, just overextending a little bit. I gotta update that. And getting reverse edge guarded a little bit, but hey, you know, calculated risk, and sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't, and gets the edge hog there. Falco living to 143 is not bad, so if he can live that long for all the stocks, then he's looking good, just in general. Like, even if he loses neutral a ton, and Josiah starts getting the lead, just living that long is great. And, okay, uses the platform pretty smart. That's a big thing. Is like I've noticed, like, hey, if someone uses a projectile a lot, platforms are pretty cool because you can get out of the way. Of course, they can always go on the other platform, but it's a lot harder to approach from that angle. I remember Dan, aka Vertex, saying that if someone's on a platform, you can't short hop laser them, and you have to do a falling full hop laser. And yeah, so it's pretty tough if they're on the platform. But all right, and gets the up air. Just not quite the knee like last time, but hey, it was enough. 3-1. All right. Hot set alerts. All right. And let's get back to the match. Alright, and okay, good stuff. The shine stall. For whatever reason, some people mess up that shine stall, and like they mess up their jump input out of it. So some people don't like doing it, but if you can get it pretty consistently, it's super good, especially against Falcon. You just gotta stay out of the range of their Falcon hug, you know. But he does it, gets the back air, and getting some pressure, and gets that falling back air through the platform. That's puts him in a good position to quite get it, but ooh, double laser. Here we go. Gets a double jump. I was talking about earlier how a lot of times a double jump back to the ledge is a really good option. And Josiah goes for that a lot, and you know, I mean, I guess you kind of have to if you're a fast faller. Ooh, up air, saves his jump, and he's going high. Yeah, Andrew does like going high, but in general, I'd say it gives you a lot of options. So you want to go high if you can, and you can mix up your drift and hopefully just DI up again. But it looks like he did lose his jump, and Josiah is in the lead. Excuse me. So, in the lead again. Gets the back air. Yep, DI up, and this mix-up, he gets the weak back air, so he gives him another chance. And his back air is getting more and more stale, so it's kind of tough. But he does get the reverse hit. Maybe even mixing up the DI too. So this is pretty close. He's maybe hoping for a roll there. Gets a little bit of percent. And yeah, Corgi's just comfortable. He's doing a lot of vertical stuff. Like he's jumping for joy, doing a lot of button presses. He's comfortable with that. But good shield discipline here. Yeah, and you know, I'm sure he was ready for the get up attack, which sometimes is a really good option. Sometimes it's very, very bad if you explode well. And actually catches it pretty well with that back air. It is now 1-1. I know Josiah wants to stick Falcon, but I would not be surprised if Marth is a counter pick, but I'm at least maybe I think he'll stick Falcon at least one more. And now this is just a nice neutral stage, you know, nothing too crazy. Yeah. So. But yeah, ooh, and misses the jab set up there, and actually do the forward smash. Hey, why not? Just do it. Just let it rip. Stank, you want to help commentate? I know you got a little bit insider knowledge here. So I've heard you were former roommates with me.
Yes. I used to get my rear end kicked by him all the time. So I still do.
So you'd probably agree that Marth is maybe his better character, but he probably enjoys Falcon.
Oh no, yeah, and he's been recently entering his Falcon in tournaments. He had never done it before, and so he's been telling me that he's been really just trying to just keep his nose to the grindstone and training Falcon because he wants to be able to play him in tournaments as well as his Marth.
Sure. Yeah, at least have it ready.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and hey, good opportunity. You know, he is probably number 3 in Lynchburg, and like he's either somewhere in the 2 to 4 range between Corgi and Carl Hank, who's a Yoshi. Hasn't been able to come recently, but he's pretty good.
Yeah, I'd love to play.
pretty solidly number 1.
Dude, it's been a pleasure watching Bidit, because I like playing Doc as well, and just regular Mario, and I feel like every time I watch him, just like with Josiah, I feel like I learn new things.
It's a double taunt there. He did the stomp, and stomp just has so much edge guard, or excuse me, his stun.
Yeah,
and people joke that you can make a pot of coffee and they'll still get hit stun.
I could put the controller down and go make a
goes off stage for it and hits back. That's some good stuff right there.
What do we got right now? 1-1?
Yeah. And Josiah to take game 1, then Andrew switched to Falco to game 2. But Andrew's pressing those buttons, and
Andrew is pressing those buttons right now.
He's pressing that
quite a lot
there.
of inputs. Are we playing StarCraft?
Yeah, that's a big thing. It's like, oh, it's like StarCraft. I was like, really only spaces.
Yeah, but, really, to be honest.
Apparently, also like Falcon and Puff have a lot of drift and stuff, so there's a lot of inputs, but they're not always as hard.
Yeah.
Because like it's just kind of back and forth stuff. But all right, and the classic Falcon, you DI into the corner, you jump, and then you get your jump back from the down B.
One of my friends, Elijah, he's not playing in the tournament yet. He wants to soon, but he's just trying to, I guess, quote unquote, train a little bit more. He plays Falcon a lot, and he was saying how it took him a minute to get over the hurdle of when you down B, how it sends you down and then it go up and gives you another jump. So.
Yeah, it's weird how that works.
But I always find it hilarious.
It's definitely a little bit of an equalizer.
Yeah.
I'd say that's like if without that,
I mean,
Falcon may not. Falcon may not be
what Falcon is,
Yeah, maybe a lot worse. Ooh, and gets the.
I think, was that a nipple spike?
It was
a nipple spike.
I think so.
Yeah.
And you see that with a lot of Falcons. They started doing that. Like I think None that does that a lot, and it maybe SJ too.
Literally, like 4 years ago, that was like one of the first things Josiah told me about Smash when I walked into his dorm room, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "There's a nipple spike. I gotta play this game."
And for whatever reason, like it has, because. It changes like between spikes and meteor smashes. They're different on the ground as well. And also it's better coverage because you can still stay under them, and being under someone's typically a good
typically because you can.
And then switch back to Fox. I was actually wondering if Josiah was going to switch, and then of course it was 1-1, so he's like, if he's down,
I didn't think
if he's down 2-1, maybe he doesn't want to drop another set. I don't know. He is up 10-5 to Corgi in the past since April.
Oh wow!
So. A lot of sets, but okay. And I'd say definitely this is Corgi's better character, but the matchup
is a little rougher, maybe.
Like it's more even. I'd say. I think definitely at least culturally, and that's a weird kind of. I don't know if that was confidence or what. And it gets a weak knee, but still able to go off of it. But,
One time Josiah hit me with 4 weak knees in a row, and I still have not recovered, so.
And a lot of times it's like someone doesn't like try to go for a weak knee.
Yeah, I know.
Like, they miss a strong hit. It's like, I can still hit him. Okay, that works for me. But yeah, and evens it up real quick, and that's a big thing.
Very close game.
I don't think Corgi's been dying super late. Like the first stock he lost when he was Falco, he died at 143, and that's really good.
Yeah,
because sometimes you can just die like super early,
especially if you hit a crazy knee.
Speaking of though, he might here.
Left guarding very well.
And, may put on a little pressure there, but of course
the pressure was really good.
Yeah, you try to go
sometimes
for a tricky angle
just the presence of a move or a technique is better than actually using it. So
and of course you could have just gone out there with a knee, but
exactly.
you don't want to get like
that's what I'm saying. The threat of the knee, makes
like,
you
don't want to get side beat and like reverse edge guard. That happened to Josiah a little bit where he was going way off stage with an edge guard, and it's like, well, why don't you do that more? It's like, well, if you miss, sometimes you can just die.
Exactly. I did that in a game recently. I was going for a dunk on the old Mario and did not get it. I'll tell you that.
It's definitely is like, why would I go out there? I'm really comfortable on this big stage thing right
I mean, that's one of the things that I'm trying to work on. I'm not good at all, and that's what it's like being comfortable going off stage or just ledge guarding or like just even the simple thing of grabbing ledge for me is like I've been trying to work on it a lot.
And I mean, it's also a nerves thing where it's like
absolutely.
You can do it when you're like alone and like you can do it probably 9 times out of 10, but when whatever reason
when the pressure's on, you can't.
It's like, it turns into like a 4 out of 10 or something.
Exactly. My brain just goes no.
And Josiah living here. Yeah, probably should have gone back here, but I think I know it's going to take
167. If only it was.
Goes for the daft. The down angered forward tilt. We call that the daft. So
it's like the salty run back of smash attacks.
Yeah, and honestly, like with a lot of fast fallers, that's all you need. Like you don't need the strongest hit. And all right. Yeah, and so it's definitely looking good for May. He's up a game and almost up a stock. We're probably going to see a recovery high. Oh, he goes to ledge. That was a little bit of a mix-up. Andrew likes going high a lot just because you have a lot of options. But hey, if you go to ledge, sometimes that's enough of a mix-up where you can live.
Exactly.
And he did get at least one throw. So, and he lives, or dies, excuse me, opposite of that. But does not live. But he's pressing buttons now, see what he can do. A lot of times with these shines, you're going to want to like just get some quick damage, knock Falcon down. Down smash, you know, listen, it put it out there. No harm, I guess. But, and that was some triangle DI, and that's
excellent games.
Yeah, so, got 2 scrappy sets today between May and Corgi, and